Mark Abrams back here. It's the first sports podcast we've done in a long time. We had a lot of things going on, but we're going to be trying to do this almost every day, especially with the football season. We're giving all kinds of picks, predictions, everything going on. Get Glenn back in the fall. We also have been lining up all kinds of guests throughout the football season. We've got some baseball guests, some basketball guests, and we're going to start doing these lives in the next couple of weeks. This is being recorded for everyone to watch on Abrams Sports on YouTube. The boxing podcast be coming back this weekend on Abrams Boxing on YouTube. So we got a lot of good content coming up. Some of these chats could last 5 minutes. Some could last an hour. Who knows? Depending on what kind of precipitation, that's the weather, participation we get from uh, the comments when we start doing the live. Anyway, I just want to touch on a couple NFL topics to start this little podcast out. A couple of things have gone on during training camp. The first is the holdouts. Especially Brandon Aiyuk, CeeDee Lamb, Jamarr Chase that walked out of camp today, and Hassan Reddick with the Jets demanding a trade. I want to go pick case by case. You got Brandon Aiyuk, who's owed over $14.5 million on his contract. I get it. All these players, they see what Jefferson got from Minnesota with the $30 million a year, and they want to be set up for the rest of their lives. The 9-figure signing bonus and guaranteed money with the $100-something million. I get it. And they don't want to play the last 2 years of a contract without that guaranteed money. But come on, Brandon. We'll go Brandon first. Brandon Aiyuk and you can see the only team looking to trade one of their holdouts who's actually listening to offers is the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Aiyuk could be their fourth option in the passing game. When you're talking Deebo Samuel, you're talking George Kittle, you're talking McCaffrey, who when healthy is going to catch in upwards of 100. Aiyuk, he's a total receiver. But come on, dude. You're making $14.5 million, almost $1 million game, and I'm going to get to Lamb in a minute and Chase in a minute. So, a guy like him, and we're going to segue to CeeDee Lamb. $19 million he's due to make this year. I get it. You want to make with all these other guys, the Devontae Smiths, the A.J. Browns, the Jeffersons, all these guys are getting 25, 28, 30 million a year. And like I said with Aiyuk, 100 million guaranteed, more than 100 million guaranteed. But you're going to make $19 million plus all the other money you've made in the first 3 plus 4 years of your career. It's not like you're taking the biggest risk in the world. You're still going to make $19 million. You have a bang out year, you're going to get that big contract. I guarantee you, if you catch 33 balls this year or 40 balls this year, you're not going to, ask for $6 million next year. CeeDee Lamb. Obviously, I'm an Eagle fan, so sit down all you want, CeeDee Lamb. I just don't get it. These wide receivers are such divas on the field and off the field. Jamarr Chase. Again, I think he didn't practice today with the Bengals. He's been in camp. I don't know if this is like a holdout or I guess the new word is hold in, where they come to camp. They just don't practice and, because they don't want to get hurt, but they're in the team meetings and, I don't know what's going to go on with these guys. And Hassan Reddick yesterday, who hasn't reported to the Jets, $15 million. Grossly underpaid for the production he's had, considering all the other edge rushers making $25 million a year, so forth and so on. But he signed a contract. He signed a contract. The Jets look like idiots now for trading for him. They gave up, Bryce Huff, draft pick. Huff, I think, is going to do pretty good for the Eagles. I think he's going to be a double-digit sack guy. You got Nolan Smith. Jalen Carter's been playing around a little bit on the edge now as well. So, I think the Eagles made out well with the trade. I know here when they did make the trade, a lot of fans really didn't understand it. Now I think they do. You got all these guys who are making about $1 million a game. They're all scheduled to make close to $1 million. In CeeDee Lamb's case, I think he's on the books for 18.7 this year. So I just don't get it with these holdouts. I do get it, but I don't get it. Play it out. played out, in good faith. Maybe something happens in the next few weeks, and they get the deal done. Jerry Jones backing down, is basically saying whatever, and then before the preseason games, oh, we love you and miss you, CeeDee. Come on, Jerry Jones is. He's he. I mean, in a presidential year, that's a guy should be a politician. I mean, he just talks out both sides of his mouth, and you know, heck the Cowboys anyway. I got my floundering Phillies tap. The other thing I want to get into is the rookie quarterbacks. I mean, I'm not much in the preseason, but I want to watch a little football this weekend. I hate preseason football. I think it's one of the most useless things that people have to pay. Daniels, Drake May was okay. Michael Penix lighting it up. J.J. McCarthy played well before hurting his knee, torn meniscus as of this tape, and I don't know how long he'll be out. And Bo Nix all played terrific this weekend. Caleb Williams, we saw a little bit of what potential greatness this is, why everyone says that he, may be the best quarterback to come out in the last, 3, 4, 5 years. Just a couple series, the no-look flip pass to DeAndre Swift for about 45 yards. He showed his mobility. He threw a strike to Cole Kmet for about a 17, 18-yard gain. Jaden Daniels threw a couple real deep balls this weekend that looked great. Like I said, Drake May, he got some good time in there, and he looked like he's going to be a good work in progress. And my guy, Michael Penix. Anyone who watched these Heisman. He got the Heisman stolen from him last year. He should have won the Heisman, not the 3 or 4 loss Jaden Daniels. But Penix looked sensational. J.J. McCarthy was throwing darts for the Vikings, and he was going to win that starting quarterback job. Now, obviously, he's going to miss time with the hurt knee, the torn meniscus, the surgery. And Bo Nix, who out of the 6 quarterbacks was the last one picked, and a guy I was least high on because I seen him play through Auburn. I thought he was more of a product of the system. Another thing, I'm going to talk about this in a later podcast, and I'm pissed that he's the favorite. But my man Dylan Gabriel will win the Heisman Trophy this year for Oregon. Mark it down, Dylan Gabriel. He's going to put up monster numbers in that system. And Oregon, who's preseason number 3, they're going to be in the hunt to win the national championship, much like Washington was last year. I gave you guys Washington last year. They didn't win it, but they played for all the marbles in the final game. So if you would have bet them early in the season to win the national championship, bet them big, hedge with Michigan, you would have won a lot of money last year. That's what I did last year, and I hedged my Michael Penix bet with Jaden Daniels, and I made a little coin on that as well last year. So all the college football and pro football picks this year we're going to have for you. We're going to get Glenn Foley back. I'm going to have a couple other guys, NFL guys, going to get some NBA guys, Major League Baseball as we head November the 13th, 2024 edition. We'll be back tomorrow with any of the breaking news we're going to talk about and anything that happens in the wide world of wonderful sports. And don't forget, the lives will start soon in the next maybe 2 weeks or so. So that's when we're going to start doing the lives. Maybe we'll sneak in a live here or there late night. Thank you and have a good night.